100% certain that Ivanhoe Mines will be rewarded with premiums for our metal because we're the lowest uh, generator of global warming gas per unit of metal produced. In fact, it's becoming blatantly obvious to the mining industry in general that the giant porphyry coppers um, have only had to compete on one parameter, cash cost per pound of making copper. But when you look at the global warming gas per unit of copper produced, unless those open pit mines are powered by a nuclear power plant or hydropower, they create a horrendous amount of global warming gas per unit of copper produced. And it makes no sense for our kids or our grandkids to green the world economy if we're going to mine low-grade copper and grind it down to nothing and get the same price as everybody else. Today, copper's $4.58 a pound, whether you produce clean copper or dirty copper. No, that's coming to a screaming halt. AVEX Technologies is about to begin trading metals in relation to their ESG characteristics on the Singapore Stock Exchange. And a lot of people don't realize how important the Singapore market is, but iron ore used to be traded between Rio Tinto and BHP and the Korean and Japanese steel mills once a year. They would agree a price in iron. Once Singapore started trading fungible iron contracts, all the iron in the world is traded there. So we're about to see all metals traded according to their ESG characteristics by a company that found a way to institutionalize trust using the blockchain. It's not easy to have differential pricing on metals. You've seen it in sweet and sour crude oil or different grades of crude oil. You will now see it in different grades of copper and nickel and other metals, as well as LNG and other forms of hydrocarbon. And that's because the world has failed to put a price on carbon. And that's so silly that we are the greenest producer of copper in the world that is significant, and yet we're getting the same price as everybody else. That will not persist. As soon as we have markets that can reward people who make clean copper, then some of the German automakers will pay a premium for that clean copper. And if you're a dirty copper producer, you will achieve a discount. And that is how it should be. And that's why the Democratic Republic of the Congo sits in the best position in the world for developing green metals. You know, the only place we're going to find these green metals at scale is the African continent. That's where we have hydropower and high grades. And this is becoming increasingly obvious to everybody. We're seeing discussions that the copper industry needs at least, say, $15,000 a ton to screw up their courage to build a large, low-tonnage copper mine. If you look at Quebrada Blanca, it came in to close to double the capital that was predicted. And so in an uncertain world in Latin America, you probably do need $15,000 a ton to bring on stream significant 0.6 of 1% porphyry copper mines. And a lot of the existing mines have grades that are declining in grids that burn coal to make electrical energy. I mean, you know, the sun only shines 3 or 4 hours a day in South America, and so the grid is a coal-burning grid in countries like Peru and Chile. So we have a tremendous amount of interest in the production of green metal, and that's where the Congo will clearly lead the world. And we look forward to the day where we'll be able to show our shareholders a premium price for our copper. But 100% for sure, differential pricing in metals is opening soon at a theater near you, brought to you by AVEX Technologies. And these are serious people. They ran the back room at Goldman Sachs, and they're involved in the COMEX and the NYMEX, which are the leading commodities traders in the world as exchanges. So it took a long time to do this, but it's really going to happen. Thank you for the opportunity to pontificate on that important question.